Hey, it's James. Welcome back. One of the icons of Vashon Island is the KVI Towers. This sits on the north side of Tramp Harbor, on the east side of the island. The beach that we're sitting on gets its name from the AM broadcasting network that seldom people follow or know about, particularly Vashon Islanders, but the beach itself is very well known. It's sort of the only sandy spot on the island, and all summer long, this place will be jam-packed with visitors and locals enjoying the sunshine and the still relatively chilly waters of the Sailor Sea. Just out at the end of the sandbar that's exposed at low tide is a secret garden. An unassuming buoy marks the spot where 30 to 40 feet below, an artificial reef exists. Cylinders poured out of concrete, riprap and stone, all were dumped here, and it's been colonized by an eye-popping array of underwater animals. We're exploring this place using Scuba. That's self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Safe scuba diving always involves bringing a buddy along. It's also more enjoyable that way. For this dive, I brought the man that got me into scuba diving in the first place, my younger brother, Nick. We followed the sandbar out at low tide and waded into the surf towards the buoy. And dipping our heads below the water, we followed the mooring line down. A beautiful sight awaited us. Giant plumose anemones covered all hard surfaces. These animals have a hard time growing in sand or silt, but given a rock or a sunken log, they will absolutely colonize. The anemones wait for the water to bring them food, but lurking around their base, an ambush predator waits. This is a benthic fish, a sculpin. They spend most of their time on the bottom, using their camouflage to hide from predators like sea lions and ambush smaller, unwary prey. Another member of the bottom community is the sea cucumber. This is a member of the decomposer group. They walk along the bottom, grazing on things dead and dying in order to recycle their nutrients. Also in this category are the crabs. Dungeness here. It's their mating season. A male will hold on to a female, even when disturbed, waiting for her to molt, shed her exoskeleton, and only then will she be able to mate. So the male just kinda hangs on. He can wait. We'll leave them in peace. On all sides of this rocky reef is a sandy, sloping bottom. Without hard surfaces or places to hide, the biodiversity is much lower. Just a little bit of structure goes a long way to increasing the productivity of a marine ecosystem. Cement telephone poles were dumped here, along with other riprap, to create this underwater ecosystem. Striped perch gently school through the reef, using the structure both to hide and to hunt. Diving amongst hundreds of Metridium anemones several feet tall is much like being a bird flying through the canopy of a forest. We float over the reef looking for beautiful things, and every once in a while we are rewarded with views of the jeweled animals of the ocean. Nudibranchs. A snail that has given up its shell in favor of a flamboyant appearance, advertising its toxicity and stinging ability. Unable to generate the stingers of its own accord, many nudibranchs actually consume other stinging animals and use their venomous cells for the nudibranch's own defense. Our air tanks are running low, but our sense of wonder for the natural world is absolutely overflowing. We surface and swim back to the beach in silence. It's a humbling experience, seeing the beauty of the underwater world. It's much later by the time we're cleaning our equipment and stowing away our dive gear before we can find the words to express the beauty of our recent experience. We hope that you've enjoyed this look at the underwater world as well. Thank you for joining me, and have a great rest of your day.